Elon Musk's favorite baby is up to no good again. And no, I'm not talking about one of the many spawn he's created with his employees or whatever. No, I'm talking about Grok, okay? The thing that is the wave of the future for Elon Musk. He's taking money out of all of his other businesses and throwing it into Grok. And I'm not talking here about it declaring itself MechaHitler. No, it decided to start offering up nude photos it generated of Taylor Swift without even being asked for it, by the way. And this is a product of Grok Imagine, which has been rolled out this week to Apple users. And 34 million images have been generated in the space of just 48 hours. Okay, so in 2 days, 34 million images have been generated. God only knows how much water and electricity has been used. And I will just point out, not a single goddamn one of those images needed to be generated. But we've burned through a lot of resources for it. And by the way, if you'd like this, you just have to purchase the $30 Super Grok subscription, which you can also set on fire like we're setting our environment on fire. It's total waste of money, but feel free to do it. And so there's 4 different presets that you can use: custom, normal, fun, and spicy. And of course, it was always gonna go in this direction. Elon Musk's fans are both the horniest and least affable men in America. Obviously, he's gonna try to appeal to them in this particular way. And so Grok Imagine allows users to take some of the most famous women on the planet and put them in a state of undress. So what they did was, they asked for images of Taylor Swift celebrating Coachella with the boys, with the spicy thing activated. They didn't say I want nudity or whatever, but it just started doing it, okay? And it apparently did it for other people as well. Scarlett Johansson, it would put in her underwear and stuff like that. But for others, there's no guardrails whatsoever. I guess Taylor Swift has been outspoken in support of Democrats, and so she's not protected from that sort of thing. And this is a paid service that has investors putting money into it. There are advertisements on Twitter next to these sorts of things. And all of this, I guess, is just how you run a business. You generate non-consensual nude images of notable celebrities, opening yourself up to God knows how many lawsuits. By the way, the only way you can generate any of these images is that you've stolen photographs and trained your model on them. All of this is just terrible, but this is what America's like in 2025. Yaz, what do you make of it?
This is dumb as hell. Like, look, if we're creating 34 million images, where is the value there, right? So we have deluded ourselves to believe that quantity is more important than quality. And this is something that we have come to believe as a matter of capitalism, right? With capitalism, you only ever have upward growth. There's only ever an upward trajectory, and any kind of shrinkage that happens or any kind of corrections, any kind of come down, that's seen as a very, very bad thing always, right? Even though it's a very, very natural thing, right? Things need to die, right? Things need to grow and then they need to come down, right? What goes up comes down. That is a natural thing. We understand that, except when it comes to capitalism, only upward growth. And this is kind of, an offshoot of that, right? The more we have, the better. The more content that's on the internet, the better. The more longer videos, the better. The more short form videos, the better, right? Just keep pumping it out. We have to store it all somewhere, and all of this is really killing our planet. And for what? Just for these dumb images. Like, why do people? What are they doing? Never mind. I'm not going to ask what they're doing.
You know
with the
what
images.
they're.
Yeah.
You know what they're
I'm
doing.
sorry that I went down that path, John. I'll be very, very transparent with the fact that I've gotten to be very anti-technology lately, and I know that I make my living on the internet in part, but I don't like it. Right? I don't like social media. I don't like AI. I don't like my phone anymore. I don't like any of it. Right? And I understand, before Taylor Lorenz comes after me or something, I get that this is me personally. And I understand that this is the world that we live in now. And this is what it's going to be going forward. I get that. I don't like it, but I get that. But at the same time, I don't love the fact that we're using so much of our resources for the planet, the actual physical planet, not the digital world, but the actual physical planet. Because I think people forget that even though stuff is existing on the cloud or whatever, that's so nebulous that people don't really understand what it means. But things still have to exist somewhere in reality. And where those things exist is in the use of our planet's resources to power all these things. I'm assuming that over time, these these AI programs and things like that are going to become a lot less consumptive of our resources, are going to be able to run a lot more efficiently than they are now. And I can't wait for that. But in the meantime, this all feels very, very wasteful, and it hurts to see. And I don't understand the point of it. And I wish it didn't exist. And I hate it.
Yeah, I disagree that it's likely to become less consumptive. Mark Zuckerberg is
I'm
talking
just
about
like
setting up a
being
data center the
optimistic.
size of Manhattan. You don't get that going without a lot of electricity. Maybe we'll see. But
Maybe
this is
nuclear.
what he's
A lot of them
providing.
are investing in nuclear. They're looking into that nuclear energy
Sure,
to
sure.
build stuff.
Yeah. I think it is no coincidence that Taylor Swift is not protected from this sort of thing on there. Not only the Donald Trump stuff, but Elon Musk had previously tweeted about wanting to impregnate her or whatever. And the issue fundamentally is not that guys want this stuff. They do and they will. And I would say to those guys, if any are watching, if you would like to ever be within 50 feet of an actual living, breathing, flesh and blood woman, stop following Elon Musk. You will increase your stock in the dating pool 1,000-fold if you just stop caring about Elon Musk and using his products. The issue though is, so long as people keep investing in his AI stuff, when all it can produce is anti-Semitism and non-consensual nudes or whatever, he's gonna keep doing it. As long as he keeps overhyping by literally years and tens of thousands of dollars what his cars are gonna be like at Tesla, as long as people keep investing in it, even though he keeps lying to them, spitting in their face, they're gonna keep doing it. And we talked earlier on the show about how SpaceX is now becoming much more of an Elon Musk company in failing to hit these benchmarks and timelines and all that stuff. So long as you can keep failing over and over and over again with your robo-taxis and with your cyber trucks and all that, but people for some reason keep investing in it because stocks have nothing to do with the real world, then there's not gonna be any accountability for this. It doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works as of right now. And I hope that she sues his ass off. I hope that she does. There's a reason that all of these other things, ChatGPT and all that, have very stringent safeguards. It's because they don't want to open themselves up to legal liability like this. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.